Amanda is looking for a second date update with a guy named Lewis. Hi, Amanda. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I met this really awesome guy on Bumble, and I was just excited to meet him and have a date, and we have the date, and it was so great. And, I totally thought that he was going to give me a call the next day, and then he didn't, and then he didn't again, and he didn't again. So it's been 4 days, and he still hasn't called me, and, I'm really upset, and it's making me crazy. I don't know what's going on. We met for drinks at Covington Yard, and we stayed there for 2 hours together. We did the normal thing, ordered some apps and just sat there and laughed and talked, got to know each other. It was just really great, and I had to totally control myself to not ask him over to my house. But like I said, I already thought we had just totally knocked it out of the park, and I was going to get a second date. It was just that good, and I felt really connected to him, and it felt like he was really connected, and we were just feeling that way about each other. It was great, and I haven't liked a guy like that so fast in forever. So I didn't even kiss him, though. He got a really good hug, and that was it. And I walked away thinking that I left him wanting more. I've been told that that's the way to do it, and it's worked in the past. So I don't know what's going on, so help me, please.
Okay. That was a lot. You said you were expecting him to call, and then he didn't, and then the next day came, and he still didn't. So did you ever try to reach out to him?
No, I haven't really said anything.
Why? Is that just not your style, or you're not one to text a guy?
Well, if somebody says they're going to call me or text me, then I'm like, okay, you said you're going to do that, so you're going to do that.
You take him at his word.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So besides the fact that you two were obviously connecting very well and you were clearly very attracted to him, what specifically made you think there would be a second date?
Just the way that we were acting with each other and the way we were talking, and how we had kind of started to talk about what we were going to do on a second date. It was...
so you were kind of making plans.
Yeah.
What kind of things were you talking about doing?
We were talking about maybe next time, getting some dinner in a movie, or having dinner at one of our houses, things like that.
Do you cook?
A little bit.
Yeah. Do you guys have a lot in common?
Yeah. What was your favorite thing about him?
He was really easy to talk to, get along with, and just the conversation never stopped.
You mentioned that it took everything you had to keep from inviting him back to your place. So you obviously resisted the temptation to do that because you think, maybe this guy is special. There may be something to this. But you also said you guys didn't even kiss.
No, we didn't.
Because the reason I bring that up is because I'm just wondering if maybe you inadvertently, unintentionally sent him a signal that you weren't as into him as you obviously are.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if he walked away from that thinking, oh, man, I didn't even get a kiss. I thought we were vibing
right. Well,
and nothing.
I'm just trying to, pull back a little. So, when it does happen, it's, really great instead of just giving everything away right away.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I totally get the reasoning behind it. I just wonder what impression that left with him. I'm just speculating. This is what we do on Second Date Update. I'm just throwing stuff up against the wall to see what sticks, see if anything resonates with you.
Right, of course.
Anything else you think we need to know before we take the break and make the call?
No.
All right.
Then we'll leave it there for now. Take a break. When we come back, we'll call Lewis and see what he thought of Amanda and his first date with her, and if there's any chance of a second date. As Second Date Update continues next on Cincinnati's Q102. All right, so Amanda met Lewis on Bumble, and I think, Amanda, you had said that it's been a long time since you've felt this strongly about a guy. It takes a lot for a guy to attract you, but he seemed to be hitting it on all the notes. Great chemistry, got along so well, they were even tossing around ideas for a second date, possibly, and she resisted the temptation to invite him back to her place, but boy, did she want to.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously very attracted to Lewis.
Good-looking guy, is he? Handsome?
Very.
Piercing blue eyes.
They're hazel.
They're hazel.
Oh, okay. Hazel can be striking,
This is true.
said the man who has hazel eyes.
Of course.
Yeah. He said he would. Did he say he would call or text you? Was that how it was left, or did you just assume? Because
Yeah,
I
he said
did
he
notice
was
that you didn't reach out to him at all because you were left with the impression he was going to call you, I guess, right?
Yeah, he said he was going to give me a call.
He said he would give you a call. He never did. And that was how long ago, Amanda?
Going on 4 days.
4 days. You think that's long enough, Jen? Would you wait 4 days?
Well, 4 days in these times, in these days and times, 4 days is a long time.
Seems like a long time.
I think I probably would have reached out to him myself, at least tried once before calling us, but I get it. I mean, he said he was going to call you, so
Yeah.
hey, let's call him on
Then
it.
again, Jen's the type who will not be ignored.
I will not be ignored, Jeff.
That's right.
Hello?
Hi, is this Lewis?
Speaking.
Hi, Lewis. It's Jeff and Jen at Q102. How are you this morning?
I'm sorry. Who's this?
It's Jeff and Jen, and we're with Q102 Radio.
Oh, I don't listen to the radio too much.
That's
especially in the
okay.
morning.
We're not trying to sell you anything. We just hope that maybe you'd come on our show for a few minutes and chat. Would you be okay with that? We'd love to talk to you.
Okay.
Interestingly enough, we got a phone call this morning from someone who knows you. She's a big fan, likes you very much, had great things to say about you. And we were just wondering if there was any chance you might be reaching out and contacting her sometime soon, because she thought for sure you two would be getting together again. We're talking about Amanda. You two went on a date recently.
Oh, yeah. It's pretty crazy that she called you. I guess she's kind of out there, so I'm not surprised by that.
You're breaking up. You said what?
Did you say she's out there?
Yeah, she's a bit out there.
Oh. I can't tell if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I know.
What do you mean by out there?
I mean, she's cool, but she talks a lot. I mean, super fast. But, I mean, even that, fine with me. It was cool hanging out with her. I liked her, and I thought about going out with her again. But the end of the date was just a little too weird, too out there for me.
Well, what happened at the end of the date? Because I got to tell you, she thought you two were really vibing, like talking about possibly getting together again. She said the chemistry couldn't have been better. And just talking to you on the phone, you couldn't sound more disconnected.
I mean, like, it's weird. It's like she gave me this big old hug, and she kind of rubbed her boobs all over me, which I liked. That was okay, I admit.
I was going to say.
And you have a problem with that. Why?
But she did this thing. She, took my hand and licked the base of my palm and almost to the tip of my middle finger, and then she sucked on my finger for, a couple seconds and kind of gave me, this look, a kind of a sexy look, and then said, "I'm out." And then she turned and walked away. I mean, and that was it. So
I'm so confused. So she licked the palm of your hand?
Yeah, all the way up to my finger, then sucked to my finger for a couple seconds, and then just pretty much was like, "I'm out," turned away, and just walked away. And then that was it.
What the hell does that mean?
And so, so I'm just sitting there with a wet palm, and not sure what to really do with that, which was kind of gross. So I just went back in and just washed my hands, whatever.
Was this what she was describing as leaving you wanting more? It didn't leave you wanting more?
That was just gross.
So when she said, "I'm out," did that leave you with the impression that whatever that taste test was, that you didn't pass?
I don't know what she was thinking. I mean, I can't even begin to be inside of her brain. Like I said, she was out there. She wasn't, I don't know.
Or was that her "I'm goodbye, I'm out. I'm at Seacrest out."
Oh.
It's kind of like.
That was sexy as hell, and you know it. I could totally tell that you thought it was hot and you loved it. Do not lie. Do not act like this was so weird and so off-putting to you. Come on.
The look on my face, I mean, what is this chick doing? I mean, that was nuts.
So that was like a move.
Well, yeah, like I said, it's worked in the past.
So that was your leave him wanting more.
Absolutely.
I don't know what to say about this.
Yeah, I don't even see how that's hot.
But it's worked for you before.
Not just a finger.
You start at the base of the palm of the hand.
Just lick all
the way up.
What's that line called when you read your palm or whatever? Doesn't it have a name?
I don't know. There's a lifeline.
The lifeline. You lick right up the lifeline.
Well, you know that there's this old, I don't know if this is actually true, but how you measure the size of a man's by his hands. And the length is you take the middle finger and see how far down it reaches. And it goes from there to the tip.
Oh.
So when you guys go home, I want you to test that.
Which finger?
The middle finger, as far down as it can go. And then you mark that space. And then, to there.
Oh, that's a little bit exaggerated.
You think that's a bit much? And then you put the 4 middle fingers like on top of each other like that. And no, middle. Yeah, those two and those two. And then pull your fingers out. Pull them out.
Nope, that's wrong. The other one was wrong, and that one was wrong.
They're both wrong. 0 for 2. I don't know. Maybe she was testing that theory. I don't know.
Either way, something got lost in translation there.
Yeah. And when you said you were out, you just meant that, okay, you're leaving now. This is a dramatic leave.
Not you're out, as in.
Like, this
obviously.
isn't for me.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, there was a little misunderstanding there, but Lewis, now that you know that wasn't what Amanda was going for, not that you were confused by that. I don't know if it makes any difference to you whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm good. There won't be a second date for me. I'm good. She's cool, but I'm good.
Okay.
Well, I'm sorry, Amanda.
Bummer, but it's okay. Somebody else will like it.
So you're not going to retire the move. You're going to, if you feel it, you're going to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like she just started doing laundry. Like, I think she's moved on. Well, Amanda, we appreciate you putting yourself out there. And Lewis, thank you for coming on and taking the call.
Thank you.
Good talking to you both. Best of luck.
Take care.
Bye.
I have no idea what that was.
All right. If you need our help with the second date update, send us an email, Jeff and Jen at WKRQ.com.
All right. Coming up, your shot at $1,000. The 1K letter of the day is coming up next. In the meantime, here's Tori with you.